Well, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy YT of the hunGRYninJAZ, giving you a deck update of my Evilswarm and a short experience I had, my experience at the YCS. Alright, guess I'll start with the YCS. I finished the day X and 3, but X and that is like a major lie. I finished 63, but only had like 5 matches the whole day, so. First off, round 1, faced Gear, lost that. Game 3, because I didn't play MST when I should have played MST, and that cost me. Next round, I faced Sidekicks, and the dude had never faced Sidekicks before, so 2-0 that. Funny thing, he took my Ophion with Psychic Jumper. I think that's what he had, Psychic Jumper. Then I something behind me, took it back. So, yeah. Next round, I fucked up and dueled the wrong person, which gave me a game loss. And the sad thing, my best duel, my favorite match of the whole day, was the one that I played the wrong person. Now I lost that in a way, so go figure. But who knows who I faced Costellos and that. Who knows what I would really face, and that just ruined the whole day for me. And next round, just put a nail in the coffin when I lost to Heraldic Beast, which I'm calling complete bullshit on that. Game 1, I don't think I got Ophion on the field, or if I did, he Divine Wrath, he main deck Divine Wrath. But you gonna tell me I can do all this? I can't get certain shit. I can't get Valor or anything, but he can get 2 of that fucking spell card less than exceeds immediately. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Game 2, I whipped him. Game 3, he trap stunned. Yeah. So after that, my day just went downhill. We did our participation packs till round 5, in which I went ahead and pulled 5 rares and a bad super, a very bad super. Brave Keeper Shum, I hate the fuck. And with that round, my opponent was dropping, so he dropped. Alright, next round, if I'm not mistaken, I faced Dark World. I 2-0'd him. Game 1, Eradicator got him. Game 2, well, Game 2 was pretty lopsided too. I had all the answers to everything he did. And yeah. The next 2 rounds were no shows. That sort of made me mad. And I was like, Final round, I faced Spellbooks, which I wish I would face all day. I beat him in Game 3 because he had Mandragora. I had Mandragora Ophion. He has Temperance. I attacked it with Mandragora. He has only 3,500. I shrink in the damage step. He tries to use Fate, but I'm like, it's damage step. He calls a judge over to see if shrink could be used in damage step. And of course, it can be used in damage step. And he got up mad as shit, and he dropped immediately. I'm like, what's the point of dropping in the final round? Anyway, that was basically my YCS main event day. Day 2, I went to 3v3 with a couple of friends. We got clean swept round 1. I lost to Grave Keepers. Round 2, faced Lightsworn thing. I wasn't playing for it very well because I was still mad about the day before. So somehow I won that one because Game 3 came down to us. Whoever has the most life points after 4 turns. He got me down, and somehow it came down. I had Lure and Thunderbird in my hand. I activated Lure and drew Caster and Kirkiana. He has Shadow Imprisonment, but Caster and Kirkiana. Now what I did wrong was I attacked the monster and used the Forbidden Chalice I have set to inflict more damage. When in truth, if I had kept the Chalice, I would have stopped any play he had after that. But I didn't, and I lucked up because he did not have the 2 cards that would have won, Cowboy and 1-on-1. If he had that, I would have lost. And that helped my team win because I was the last one. Next round, I faced Heretics, the kid. Apparently wasn't expecting he was going to decide that. Alright, Game 1, slap. Game 2, another hard slap. His whole hand was nothing but Heretics. Next round, Evilswarm mirror match. I won that one. The round after that, another Heretic, but my team lost that round, so we got left after that. And I 2-0'd that higher tick player because I opened broke like both games. So that's my YCS experience. I had fun. Yu-Gi-Oh! Wise, it was terrible because I had nothing to show for that shit except for 2 or 3 bad super rares from out the new set and a bunch of rare cards. I did make a few trades here and there, and made some money, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna show you what I'm using now. This is going under some changes from the YCS, and pretty much this is how it's run, how I have it since the 3v3. So I'm gonna show it to you. All right, 3 heliotrope. Well, mind you, those 5 matches I did have is not like outside of the Kyrian match, but not playing MSC. I didn't do any misplays. I played well. It's just I didn't have that many opportunities to play well, and my day was shot. And I was like, yeah. 3 heliotrope, of course. Still the 1 on Lantern. 3 caster. 3 Kirkion. 3 Thunderbird still. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, you see the third one. 3 Mandragora, 1 Rabbit, Dark Arm. I did not use Dark Arm for the event. So I wish I had, but I had to I wanted to play everything I wanted to play so I could be ready for every situation. And I eventually got to that point. I had to cut cards. This is one of the cards I had to cut. Really wish I would have had it. Not saying it would have been summoned all the time, but still. Next to Valor, that was used during the tournament. My monster lineup was all this except for Dark Arm. For spells, reinforcements, allure, I did not use allure for the event. Once again, that's not for the main event. I used it day 2 at 3v3. 2 dress, put in a lot of work. Not so much for its non-targeting shit or so much for its non-destruction shit, so though it helped me in the Dark World matchup. My idea is now to try to win the battles as best I can, because decks are starting to run Fire Fist, and many other decks run big monsters that once that they can run over Ophion without using card effects. They can use Bear with Tensin, and or Mermaids can have freaking Gaios and all that shit out on the field. You want to run over Dress. The 600 damage step helps, and the fact it can stop destruction helps. That's why it's being played over Lance right now, or anything else. Shrink, I ran 2 at the event. Shrink was that shit. When I did draw Shrink, it put in work. It helped. I predicted that it would help me win the match. I won the match. I told you about the prophecy player. I won the match because of Shrink. Shrink is that shit. Day 2, I shrunk a BLS to run over with my Thunderbird. Shrink puts in so much work because Shrink makes you less reliant on having to have Ophion to beat over stuff. If they have something bigger on the field like a Gaios, like I said, I've hit M7 with Shrink. Anything that Ophion can't handle, or you can't even get Ophion on the field, Shrink plus a monster handles everything. Basically, anything from the 3,000 to 4,000 attack range doesn't even fucking matter, because you can just shrink it and Ophion can get rid of it. I mean, hell, up to 5,000, Ophion can get rid of it, you can shrink it. Or you just have a random monster shrink. Like I said, I ran over BLS Thunderbird. Matter of fact, in that game 3 against that Light Swarm player, Shrink is what helped me be able to inflict more damage. I didn't have to use the Chaz because I inflicted more damage when I attacked with Caster into the light level 4 dragon thing. And then I hit him direct with Kirkion, which put me over. So yeah, shrink puts in where I recommend it. If your playstyle is Evilswarm is where you're trying to make sure you win your battles, because you can deal with card effects. I run 2 effect pair, 3 Phoenix Chain. You can deal with monster effects. Pandemic deals with spell and trap card effects. So all that usually leaves is you dealing with the battle. Shrink helps you win the battle. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Pandemic. And that's it for the spells. Traps, simples to the point. Infection, Compulse. I ran Compulse and Eradicator at the YCS. I took out Eradicator. Got Compulse. People are dropping Compulse, and I understand why. At the same time, 101 is running around. 101 is a bitch. 101 is a son of a bitch. So if a deck can make 101, this helps quite a bit because it's just instant out to 101. Bombless, Torrential, 2 Mirror Force. For the event, only ran 1 Mirror Force. In place of that 1 Mirror Force, I think was Eradicator. That's it for anti-monster shit. 3 Phoenix Chains. Only ran 2 of the event, but one of these was Vanity's Emptiness. I took out Emptiness after day 1. And decided to go with 3 Phoenix Chains because Phoenix Chain put in work. I can't believe I went from hating this card altogether to not wanting to play it all the way to running 3 now because it's sort of needed with all these monster effects and shit going on. Then Solemn Warning. Simple to the point. For my extra deck, which does not have Saitan or 101, I borrowed a 101 for the tournament. I didn't have Excitement, but I borrowed 101. Okay. Start off 3 Ophion, 2 Bahamut. I got the double dragon sleeves for this shit too. Fucking awesome. Anyway, Evilswarm Ouroboros, Evilswarm Nightmare, put in work. I put this in for the borrowed 101 until I get a 101 of my own or something else in general. It's just there. I doubt I ever summon it, but it's there. Thanatos. Got your Crazy Box, Key Beetle. In that dual match I was supposed to play, I Key Beetle, Light and Prison Mirror against Constellar. Yeah, that was it. Black Ship, Diamond Dire, which he put in work. Maystroke, Beast Dweller, Cowboy. Alright, my side deck now after the event, after seeing all the meta, seeing what people are playing and all this shit. I'm running 3D Crow. Hurts Mermaids when they go Pipe Infantry, Crow the Infantry. Really, my main point is Fire Fist as well, because it's not the bear that gets you. It's not even XC, because you can. It's not the bear or the gorilla that gets you. It's the fucking wolf burp. So my point is, if I'm going second, I'm putting in 3 of these bitches, or going. I don't care. I'm siding these in against Fire Fist, and as soon as I get up there, I know Wolf Bark is coming. As soon as they play Wolf Bark, call target, I'm crowing the shit out of the target. And it's just good in general, because a bunch of decks rely on the graveyard shit, Dark World, all this shit, yeah. Next to Maxi, Dimensional Fissure. 1 Dustin, I want to run 2, but 1's good enough for now. I ran Twister at the event though. 3 Overwork, which I ran at the event. I didn't run DD Crow. Of course, Macro, Soul Drain. And I saw several Bujins, and I worried Bujin is one of my tougher matchups. So I played 3 Light and Prison Mirror. I was playing Chaos Trap Hole, but if I'm more worried, at my point in Chaos Trap Hole being played over this was, I want to get Yamato off the field because they can still use Crane. But I also came to the epiphany of Chaos Trap Hole does help them set up with Bujin Carnation. Bujin Carnation screws the piss out of me. Once again, another good reason for DD Crow, you can DD Crow one of the targets and Bujin Carnation disappears. So, in a way, I play this because I'm more worried about their graveyard effects than I am now about Crane. Stop the fucking hair. Stop the fucking turtle. Stop the fucking quilling. Stop all this shit of Light Prison Mirror and be happy. Alright, that's my deck profile, my YCS experience. I hope y'all enjoyed it. The video, all this shit, probably long as fuck. Sorry, not really. But anyway, this your boy YT the hunGRYninJAZ. If nothing else, what I got from this YCS is that I've become a better player competitively, and I play better, especially my last couple of days on DN. I've only lost 2 matches, and that was against Bujin. But that's not because of the way my deck's built. That's not because I made misplays and so on. Only reason I lost is because I would draw horribly. Like one hand was 2 MST, DD Crow, Pandemic, Kirkion, and Allure Darkness, and I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Another one was like 2 MST, Mirror Force, Torrential Bombless, and Kirkion. I'm like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this? Go figure. But anyway, this your boy YT, the hunGRYninJAZ, out. Like, subscribe, all that shit. I'll come with another video tomorrow. Enjoy, people.